Holy cannoli, holy cannoli. Oh my God, it's a Frank look at it. We made it to day 400, which you know what that means. It is time for another montage. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Enjoy the montage. Peace. A lot of kids, I only teach 8th grade, and I have like maybe 15 kids in it that I teach, and I had a smile on my face the entire time. This is the stuff that makes teaching fun. And what have I done so far today? What does my day really consist of? Woke up, went pee-pee, did some push-ups, did some core, and then I played some World of Warcraft Hardcore Classic. Didn't die, level 43. Good. But it was a good little birthday experience to go up there. Me and my brother picked up another rugby friend that lives a bit north of the Golden Gate. And we had a nice day there. Had a few bevs, we just went to breweries pretty much. I mean, I said wine country, but we didn't do any whining. So I find out that I'm being highlighted for the district for like some teacher thing that I did well. And for like, I'm the teacher highlight of Teacher Appreciation Week. So yeah, it was posted to the district's Instagram. I was pretty much just talking about how wonderful of a teacher I am. It used clips from the stuff I filmed yesterday, that they filmed me yesterday. And one from a rally where I caught a hula hoop over my head that was thrown by a kid. So that was a little fun stuff. It just showed it's a cool little appreciation towards me. And we'll see how tomorrow goes. But today, first period went pretty well. And then third period, the Wi-Fi goes out and it still has not come back on. So kids are stressing out. I'm like, just, you know, I understand. It's not on right now. This John Lemon. I got John Lemon. He's gonna sit here for a bit, but he may end up rotting. Chipping, I'm still all right with. At the driving range, it's still hard to tell, but I'm all right with chipping. My irons, I'm all right with. I still need to get a bit more height on them, which I feel like I need to put a bit more weight on my front foot instead of just trying to stay neutral. And then me and my brother bought lunch or whatever. I'm not the biggest fan of the place, but my mom, it's like a Mexican food place. I like Mexican food like a lot, but I'm just not the biggest fan of it for whatever reason. But me and my brother split it. It was my World of Warcraft hardcore classic character died, and I drowned. I died by drowning. And I don't really have the drive to do another one. He was level 44 out of 60, and I just don't really have the drive to make another character. So I'm gonna take a little break from gaming. And the note's really nice. She was pretty, like, she abbreviated a lot of stuff and had like text talk in it, which she wrote a long note, so fair enough. I'm fine with that she did that, but she really just wanted to thank me for kind of like, she pretty much said that she was being a bitch at the beginning of the year. She like didn't like anyone in the class. She was grumpy. She was immature. Thursday, I'm not gonna go because I have open house when this video comes out. So I miss a Thursday, and then we're off Friday, and then we go again next week, and then we have time off. And it was only from 5 to 6:30, which personally I think it should have been 6 to 7:30. If that's just me. But it was all right. My driver, a bit better. Still can't hit it over 200 yards, but I was consistently hitting it between 170 and 190 yards. But every once in a while, for my own mental health, I don't do it all the time. I go back on the dating apps and do a little liking. Regardless of what they could turn out is because I don't know if I got a second date yet, but regardless, I'm gonna be I'll give that news in the weekly goals video tomorrow. As promised from yesterday, we're gonna talk about the date a bit more, and I don't think there'll be a second one. And I once again think she's a great girl and all. I just think she has a lot going on in her life. It's hot. It's probably the hottest it's been so far this year. I think it's reaching the 80s. What's going on? It's Frank back with another Frank Look At, and I am tired. These 2 weeks of spring ball have taken a lot out of me. I am so tired, and it's hot. And I don't think I got burned, but I definitely got some sun today. But I was still pretty 50 on it. However, I've heard through the grapevine that it's actually going to be 11 days. And I am not wanting to do that, and I don't think it benefits me as a new teacher. work update because I mentioned there was some spicy stuff happening at work. Well, got a annoying pimple right here. That one's really getting on my nerves, but that's not the point. We somehow get back to 500 before the trade deadline, which is we still got a lot of time away, to about 2 months. Which I will be very impressed. Last week in May, it is Memorial Day today. So I'm almost done with the work year, but it's I'm having second thoughts about the movie I was planning on showing my 8th graders next week. Why? I really don't know. I just got home from work. It was dressed like it's summer day, so wearing a nice little Tommy Bahama shirt. But today's Frank Look At is about what is it about? It's about what I did after work today. It was I went to a nice little 8th grader award ceremony, and it was nice seeing the 8th graders get some awards. My Friday schedule classes don't actually get to have the Friday day, so I was like, why don't we just watch a movie? And this was the last day of work for the month of May. As a Tottenham fan, I am happy Arsenal lost, and I felt like they weren't really trying to win the game. I just finished watching the USA game against Senegal, and we won 3-2. I'm not a fan of the 11 subs in the second half. I would like to see, kind of how Pochettino would play with like a normal game. Weekly goals day, the favorite day of the week. But in the back of my head, I was like, that's kind of interesting because at the beginning of the year, this kid told me I lacked empathy, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of interesting because I definitely don't. So he turns to the project, and pretty much he has like all this stuff, whatever, about empathy, whatever, and there's subtle hints throughout the project about like his opinion about me and empathy. If I decided though, which I think will keep me out of trouble, when they get to the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, when they open the Ark, instead of showing like all their faces get melted, I'm just gonna show them this. I'm gonna put this on the screen. It's backwards, but it says the wrath of God is happening. The week's slowly coming to an end. Tomorrow we go on the field trip when this video comes out. And that will be what the Frank Look At that I film tomorrow. And I am so tired, and it's only like 5:30 in the afternoon on Friday. I'm actually shirtless, but I'm not going to show you guys that. Anthony Robinson had a fucking banger of a goal. Sucking at golf, I can't hit my driver, and I got a blister on my finger. That's all I want to say. Have a good end of the school year. Next time, say hello to the weird lemon. Actually, yeah, I'll say it. He's a little weird guy, but would you believe it's a lemon? I'm in my bed because it's actually really late at night because I actually freaking forgot to film this. And we still got to meet the daily requirement for at least a year. Yeah, it's summertime. I'm in coaching mode. I think a good start yesterday, and today it's really hot today, so it's gonna be very relaxed. But we have I like the group of freshmen that we kind of have. They usually defend very well. 4 goals, one of them being an own goal. It's just not a good look. Go to San Jose and watch the Brazil-Morocco game with a friend at a bar, but I couldn't because I had a power outage at my apartment, and there was some chores I needed to get done. It's kind of boring for me right now. There's really not much going on, and I can complain about it or whatever, or I can do something about it. I need to get used to being on summer break, but I can't sleep, like, at all. And I wonder what that's to do with. Maybe it's because my schedule's changed. I'm not used to all this free time on the weekdays, which, to be fair, I mean, it's not even the weekdays. It's been the past, I think it's been since Friday, which is interesting coincidence because that's the first day I had fully off. The coaching's good. I'm kind of ready for it to be like an everyday thing during the week. It's like 10 degrees colder from where I live, from where I coach. And I'm actually taking a break from watching the World. Well, I still watched it, but I'm taking like a break from watching all the World Cup games today. It's kind of very similar to last week, kind of dominant first half with the very high press. And then second half, we looked very lackluster. First date that I've gone on
up in the city since that one date that kind of ruined my entire like mindset involving dating, where like, oh, she like ghosted me for like 5 days and then told me she wasn't interested in after I like asked her again.
I always kind of feel this after a date, especially if I don't hear back from the date. And like I said, I know my, like I said in the video that came out today, I know my self-worth, and I think the date went well, and regardless, I don't think the girl's like the last girl I went on a date with in the city is like a bad person or anything.
Mornings are just consisted of watching World Cup games, and then I go ahead and go coach in the afternoons, and we're just getting back. It's about 7:20 p.m. I helped my mom move some stuff to the dump from her parents' house, my grandparents' house. So I spent like 2 hours moving stuff to and from the dump. All right, we back. We're not Chance the Rapper though.
It's Frank Look at quick because I really wasn't that too focused in the USA game today.
Considering like the last time the two of us went to Baylands, Frank was still starting out and we did a scramble, his improvement has been, I mean, safe to say it's been leaps and bounds.
Nothing to talk about today.
Actually filming quite a few Frank Look Ats today. This is the second to last one I'm filming today. It's the last soccer one, but I wanted to review the group stage. I want to be a reliable, like, first shot type of guy for them, for my scramble team.
Charity scramble.
Which
is why we look so tan, because we were out in the sun for 8 hours.
We were probably on the course for over 5 hours.
Easily.
Yeah. Pace of play was in front of us. We were fine. It was pretty slow in front of us. My bro Austin, he carried.
The United States, in pretty much my own backyard, down in Santa Clara, at the San Francisco Bay Area Stadium, beats Bosnia and Herzegovina 2-0. But today's cancellations of practice got canceled today, which is annoying because I was only able to go to one day this week. Just coming into the 4th of July weekend, a lot of athletes are going to be out of town.
It wasn't. So when the fuck did I guess I must have missed today, but I don't know when. I guess that's it. Frank Look At done. Bye. Actually, I figured it out. So Frank Look At's not over. It was when I just moved into my apartment. I did not have internet, and I missed like 3 days of the Frank Look At. So I meant to do that because I felt like this 4th of July wasn't going to be that exciting compared to what last year. Even though I went to more places than I did last year. The beginning of the 4th of July was kind of the same thing. I went downtown to Redwood City, where I used to live, where I grew up, to the parade. It's like the only parade in San Mateo County.
Like, hoopla, we made it to a year of Frank Look Ats. But that was because I was actually gonna end the Frank Look Ats. I was gonna end the Frank Look Ats with this Frank Look At, with the day 365 one. This is gonna be day 366, I think. And the reason I was gonna do that is because like it was a fun little thing to do for this year, but I feel like we've accomplished so much, but I feel like it's not done.
I'm picking up my meds because I'm a little sleazy boy.
So we're gonna start off with the burrito.
I haven't gone a day, but I've talked to a few girls. I try to go back on the peninsula because that's where I live instead of trying to go up to the city, but everyone they're not really trying to, they just end up ghosting me, and I've got numbers and I get ghosted. I just realized I forgot to upload for July 11th, so I'm uploading that right now. It's as great as we could have really had it go. Like, really. Like, I say that in like good faith, and I don't think she's ghosting me because she's already texted me since then.
Yeah, I forgot to film. It's really bad. I keep forgetting to film. I actually don't remember if I filmed this last week. I must have.
I still wanted to go because I know all the kids, and I like going to see how they do in 7-on-7s, even though we're a very run-heavy offense. It wasn't like a tournament. We just went to go to a high school that's actually closer to where I live and work. So I knew 3 kids on the opposing team who were going to be incoming freshmen, so it was cool to see them, say what's up with them, see them compete. But whatever, it could be anything in the world. But then you're scrolling through your Instagram, your TikTok, whatever, your Twitter, your Facebook, and then you start getting ads about said topic. And that happened to me. Yesterday I was talking to one of the other coaches about like food prepping services. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I get home from practice yesterday after It was around 8 p.m. I got home yesterday because we had a little 7-on-7 yesterday. So I got home a bit later. And my Instagram, like every third thing on my reels was just about food services. Our local watering hole that we used to go to after game days had a few brewskis. I had a tuna melt as well. I got like 2 weeks, I guess, starting today, where I don't have anything going on, and I have not spent that first day wisely. I need to, like, I didn't even want to play video games today.
I think I make about 5 videos, and then after I make the 5th video, I you know, go back to my daily routine. And then I was like, you know, it's time for me to upload the next video. And I go to the channel and all the videos are gone. And I honestly, I mean, I predicted, I think, a 2-1 victory from Spain. It was 1-0. I thought Argentina would have a bit more of the ball. I still thought Spain would dominate the game. One of my main predictions I said was Spain will be the dominant team of, they would dominate the midfield, and they did dominate the midfield. Not really much going on, really, in the grand scheme of things. I have some serious FOMO going on, the fear of missing out right now, and it's. I think it's just because it's the soccer lens of everything and how much I enjoy the game. I think this FOMO comes from. I'm stuck on the west coast of the United States. The days are starting to blur together, for better or for worse. I'm gonna say for worse. And after 48 hours it's been since that's happened, I've kind of come to the conclusion, it's not that I really miss teaching, I miss being a part of something. I miss being a part of the world. Being stuck in California, you're kind of really far away from like everything else that happens in the world.
Whatever is going on, I feel a bit tired. It's around 7 p.m. on a Thursday night. And I close my eyes. And it felt like for just a second. And then I open them again. And I realized right away, I was like, oh, shoot, I definitely fell asleep. Because I felt like, you know, when you wake up, you feel a bit drowsy. I wake up 3 hours later at 10 p.m.
I've done a lot of video editing for some videos that I've actually been really passionate about, just some soccer related videos. I'll probably make one tomorrow. At this time next year, late July 2027, I would have liked to leave the country to go on a trip. Twice. Technically, this is my last week off because the following week I have football pretty much all day, every day. And something else, like if I am gonna go on a plane, don't want to carry my backpack, which I have ripped zippers on a backpack before, or when I've traveled overseas, carrying on luggage, and then when I've had to travel budget airlines. Today was an interesting day because you could argue I didn't do that much, but you could also argue I did a lot. You could argue I didn't do much because it wasn't a very hectic day. The other day, yesterday, was very hectic. It was a boring day, nothing much happened. This is the Frank Look At. It's very straightforward, it's done by. But, tomorrow's my birthday. When this comes out, I guess, it'll be my birthday. So it will be a better Frank Look At tomorrow. But I am sore, I am tight, I am everything in between. So, birthday morning, I actually texted my brother 2 days ago and be like, hey, are we still doing like our yearly golf thing we did yesterday? That we did last year? And he was like, oh shit, I was really busy this week, let me check. We somehow get a 10:45 at our local.
Last night, well, not last night, I got sunburn while golfing. I'm just taking it easy today, getting the sunburn healed. But yeah, tomorrow when this video comes out, I go back to coaching and my summer vacation is pretty much over.
We're back, baby. We are back. I had to come to work. I had to come into work today because we could. What's going on? It's big ol' OG Dowdy Frank back with another Frank Look At, and we just got back from another date. And for once, this date was not in the city. But around 1 a.m., maybe like right after midnight, Friday morning, today, this will come out tomorrow though, I had a seizure.